Hello and welcome everyone again into another video. Today's video I'm showcasing the team in the scroll, or whatever the cup is right now, and the team is kind of pretty basic as you see right there. Dark double poison, except that it's not as straightforward as you will see. And throughout the video, I will give you some alternatives, some options, some better options I found. So that's why you should never skip a video, especially from my content. I always try to give a better ideas and better suggestions than the team that you will see, because this is a team I ran and then I came up with a conclusion, right? So you don't want to mess up the conclusion and then the future team that I started using right after this.
Yeah,
so
this
the
is
team
still
is
this one.
basically it's just, simple and basic. Can you use Mandibuzz instead? Yes. But if you use Mandibuzz, I recommend using Shadow Tentacruel because you're going to lack lots of damage. If you use Mandibuzz, make sure you run 8 slash. Don't run Snortle because this cup there is lots of dark, so you run Mandibuzz. Or Morcrow because you have a non-dark fast move damage, because this cup is basically water, so expect lots of Azu. Fighters, poison, water, dark. So flying is technically like the neutral damage to everything. So we're picking up a good lead right here, leading into a bug that takes super effective from flying damage, and holy damage, dude. So I was trying to catch their damage, whatever charge move they want to throw, and then we both swapped almost at the same time. So I don't care about Celio. So think of it this way: I'm doing neutral damage, they are doing a neutral charge move damage and resisted fast move damage. So this is how you should know who wins a matchup in the Zero Shield. I'm doing neutral, they are doing resisted fast move but neutral charge move. I'm doing stab damage on both fast move and the charge move. I should comfortably win this, and you can see I am winning this matchup with lots of energy. So am I gonna shield here? I'm not gonna shield because they only have a bubble beam worth of energy. Now they have a Morpeko, so on an ideal world, this team is triple weak to Morpeko. I know some people will be like, this team is triple weak to Morpeko. I don't think this is a good team. You're actually right, this team is triple weak to Morpeko, but I've won against every single Morpeko that I have faced. As long as the Morpeko is not in the lead, it's 100% win rate. If the Morpeko is on the lead and you can no shield a Psychic Fang, call a bait, you also win against the Morpeko. So yes, Morpeko is difficult, but it's one specific scenario where like they play it phenomenally, and it has to be in the lead or in the back. You can just rely on the fast move damage. So Meow Scout, whatever that Pokemon is, I have 3 counters to that Pokemon, and they have also a fighter, and I have 3 counters to the fighter, as I resist the counter on 2 Pokemons, and I do super effective on the third one. So here the play is shield, get both shields, and then switch out. Why? I mean, I need to save the shield. Usually Morcrow can sweep as long as you keep protecting it with the shield. So I'm just gonna try to no shield. An opponent there was running a Shadow Ball. I don't know who runs Shadow Ball, but actually it worked out so well for my opponent. And now they bring in the Mud Slapper. So Mud Slappers in the back are very difficult. So this is where I recommend running Gastrodon instead of one of the Poisoners. And this is one of the suggestions that I told you at the beginning of the video, that there will be a bunch of suggestions. So make sure to stick around. This is suggestion number 1. You can take out Toxapex and put a Gastro. You can do Mandy Gastro and Tentacruel. That's also another better version of this team. Here, Morcrow is pulling the Kamehame and then nuking the Quagsire. That was actually a great showcase of Morcrow. Now, Azu in the lead, we have 2 hard counters. Ideally, you want to switch out right away. I don't like to switch out right away. I would rather catch a move, because when I do this, I have lots of energy on my Morcrow, and I just wasted their energy. They brought in Blastoise. Blastoise is bad unless they have a Glastoise. If you guys are wondering what's a Glastoise, it's a much cooler version of Blastoise, where like he will be wearing a sunglasses. Please don't run non-glasses Blastoise. It's so cringe. Well, like Glastoise is way cooler. Let's be real. I said this last time, and someone was like, "What am I supposed to do? Like what's the difference?" I was like, "Hey, the difference is the sunglass. It will protect you from fire type charge moves and those solar beams." Right? Here they shielded my nuke, and now I'm just gonna switch out. Poet is running a low CP, technically Scrafty, but at least it's a shiny, so the shiny damage should substitute to that. I'm just gonna go for the cheaper move here for one simple reason. What if they shield? And they did shield, so I was technically correct there. What am I gonna do here is just to throw the over farm slightly and then go for the sludge, and this sludge should do great amount of damage. Opponent is still staying here. I don't know what he's doing. I'm gonna try to go for the catch, hoping to break their mental and force them to top left. They are still refusing to top left, so I'm just gonna punch them with like a sludge straight to their face, taking them out of this battle, sending them back to the returner. Toxapex in the lead. I like to chip it a bit and then go to my own Toxapex. But honestly, you could just go to your own Toxapex. That's also another option. But I hate switching out without energy. So I caught a Brian. That's actually a good catch. Remember that my Murkrow is so loaded. I was trying to overfarm, hoping that they will switch out at one point. They didn't. So this is what I'm saying. Like, if they have a Morpeko in the back, it's playable. And you can see now they brought in a Morpeko, and now I'm just going to switch out and throw my charge moves. Now look at this. Because I have so much energy, this game is going to be so easy. I did not know which move does more, so I was throwing either. And then I found out that Drill Pick is still the better charge move to throw. So now they have 2 charge moves, I think. Do I care to shield? No, I actually don't care to shield. What's the play? I'm just going to go to Tentacle, honestly, and I think ideally I should be going Toxapex because they should get to another charge move, but I miscounted and I didn't account for that. They have a... Oh my god. I think... I know. I lost this game, I think, because I miscounted here. So instead of throwing, I let them throw. So now I need to keep over farming. And then I was already at 100 energy, which put me in a very bad situation. So now I'm very low on HP, and they have a Sable Guy. Sable Guy is another option you could run with this team. So you put it instead of Toxapex, and then you will have yourself a great safe switch. Now the problem if you run Sableye, that means if they lead Azu, you have to stay in the lead and play the 2 shield, okay? And then catch the Ice Beam at one point. Kenta is kind of annoying to this team because it does so much damage, and usually, like, when I lead Murkrow, I expect to resist or do super effective. Now, here is the thing. Opponent here played it so smart that they overfarmed so much, and then they went to their ground type Pokemon, and then they overfarmed as well to force me to throw all of my energy. So this is where I was like, I hate it here. I hate it so much. This is not what I wanted. And I think this game is just very difficult, and there is no way to win this game. Overall, with this team, I went 4-1, 4-1, 3-2, 3-2 as well. 0 negative sets with this team. And the one that I ran after, I actually went, I think, 4-1, which is basically I took out Toxapex and put a Gastrodon. It was much easier to play around. The thing about it, if you run Gastro, you just become way weaker to Mandibuzz. But, I mean, you should be fine to Mandibuzz with Murkrow and Tentacle. And, oh my god, I hate playing against Toxapex. The reason I stopped using Toxapex is that I ended up in 2-3 Toxapex smear. If you don't mind this, then the team should be actually ideal. But I was just, like, this is taking way too much time. So now, here's the thing, okay? They get to 2 moves. If I survive, I win, okay? Now, I don't know if I survive or not, so let's see. Okay, we easily survive. This is not a good IV, by the way, the Tentacle. So if you have a better IV Tentacle, you should play that matchup much, much better. So here, I'm just going to chip and then get the hell out. Ideally, to meet it. Oh my god, that actually did so much damage. So what I'm going to do here is no shield. Hopefully they don't get a Scald debuff. They did get a Scald debuff. I think they get another one here, which made my life much harder. What's the chance on Scald debuff? I could swear it was 20%. I know it used to be 50, and they've nerfed it to 20. But today when I was playing, they were getting the Scald debuff every freaking time. Now, because I'm double debuffed, I have to switch out right away. Like, I can't stay because I'm just doing no damage, technically. Like, that move should have done way more damage. But because I'm double debuffed, oh my god. Why would you throw that move, man? If you have that move, that means you don't win. So just leave the game and try out in another one. What's the play here? Oh my god, again. He has Blaziken. Blaziken has no play. This will be like some Aura Sphere shenanigans, but honestly, it's just whatever. Because Toxapex is just gonna tank it like a chat. I remember when I told you like you could run Gastro over Toxapex, and I think Gastro would be way better. So here, Murkrow trying to flex on the chicken there. It's like, no, I'm a better bird than you. Blaziken's like, no, I am a bigger bird than you. And then Murkrow's like, nah, not when I have shields. I can destroy you. So Murkrow is technically a crow, and Blaziken is a chicken, right? Am I right? Oh my god, dude! I was so scared in this matchup because that thing destroyed my entire team, and then thank God they were running the wrong move, fast move. They were running Iron Tail. So guys, before you head into the battle, when you use a new team, just double check the fast move. You could see that the opponent no shielded because they gave up. Yeah, that was nice to see, not gonna lie. So the Prime Abe, I mean, we saw that we don't care about the Prime Abe because we just have too many counters that can deal with the Prime Abe very well. If they shield, I don't mind it because I'm gonna farm them all the way down. Now you can see that counter does same amount of damage as Pick. Remember that Pick is not a fast move that does damage, but because Murkrow is such a high attack, a very attack weighted Pokemon, that's why it does. And you can see that Murkrow was able to put a great fight into that fight. And now what we do is we are just gonna let this thing go because we're gonna show them how much it does, hoping that they top left. They don't top left and they have to stay in. Now we destroy them and win this game. So thank you so much everyone for watching. This is the end of the battle. Hopefully you guys like this team. And yes, the team I would prefer than this team. Just take out the Toxapex and put a Gastro. That's all I can say. Thanks so much for watching. If you made it this far, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Click on the hype button if you see it, because it actually affects the performance of the video. As you can see, like, so yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.